Supergirls are girls that dumb themselves down to be cute, or don't contribute anything to the world around them, just shop all day.
In the video you can see you play some girls that you can think these girls exist really, like Paris Hilton. What do you think about Paris Hilton?
I don't name names, and I don't need to. I'm attacking a general mentality.
What do you think about girls that do things just to be in media?
Well, I mean, there's room for everybody. That's why there's 31 flavors. I think that I'm an option girl. I like the alternative. I like to provide the alternative. I like a deeper sort of existence than that.
But if you say like a deeper sort of existence, the showbiz is a very, how do you say, like a lot of media, a lot of people.
Yeah.
What is Pink doing in private to come down?
I think it's a good balance is necessary. I mean, it's fun to shop. It's fun to get your hair done. It's fun to be a girl. But it's also important at this time to pay attention, and, you know, there's a lot going on in the world. I read a lot. I read a lot of books. I ride dirt bikes with my hubby. I take my dogs hiking. I have a great group of friends. We like to barbecue and party and sing karaoke.
What does touch you when you, are there special things that really touch you, like when you put on the television, like you see news or something?
Stories where the underdog wins, or when love prevails, or when a sick child is healed, when an animal is rescued, you know, when the good in people is talked about instead of always the bad.
Do you think that people who are in the media and are that famous like you are have to do something, have to do social work to do something positive with their name?
I don't think anybody actually has to do anything. I think I respect the people that do a lot more than the people that don't. I feel like, you know, it's a pay it forward type of thing. If you are given a blessing to be able to follow your dream, then you have to, in my opinion, give back in some sort of way. Whatever it is, whatever you believe in.
How do you give back? Or is it a thing where you say, I don't want to talk about it because it's good that I'm doing it and that's it?
I mean, some things I like to do anonymously. Other things like PETA I like to do publicly because it brings awareness. And it's important. Education and awareness are the first step, the most important step, I think. But, you know, there's some things you don't want to talk about because all good deed is only good unless you talk about it. But PETA, definitely, I'm very public with that because I think people need to understand and be aware of the issues with animal cruelty and animal rights and the use of fur. And I like to be vocal about certain things. I'm definitely a vocal individual.
But isn't it sad that in interviews, people like me only want to know, or the media only want to know about your music, your private life, and not what really moves you, or put attention to things where you think it would be good if the media would talk about that, or about PETA or something?
Again, I think it's a good balance. I mean, there's something to be said for escapism. Meaning, you know, if you have a sick kid and you're reading the newspaper every day and you're thinking about war and you have to pay the rent and your father's getting older and all the trials and tribulations of life, every once in a while it is nice to go put a record on and not think for a while, or go to a concert or watch a movie or read a book and live vicariously through someone else. So I understand that part of it. You know, I liked reading about Madonna's controversies and all the smart ass stuff that came out of her mouth because it made me forget about my parents fighting all the time. But, you know, I also like listening to people that are smarter than me and reading about people that are, you know, live their lives as activists and you know, things like this.
This interest of yours in more things behind the things like reading or listening to smart people, does it come in the past years or even before your career that you listened to Dalai Lama or whatever?
I grew up, I'd say I've gone through extreme phases. For the first, say, 10 years of my life, I grew up with my dad, so he was always an activist. He was a Vietnam veteran. We marched on Washington. We fed the homeless. We worked in soup kitchens. We had, car washes and fundraisers and this and that. And they call him Mr. Cause because he was always fighting somebody or something. And I was very attracted to that and respect. I had a great respect for that. And then I went through a phase where I'm like, screw that. I just want to party, have fun, and be completely irresponsible and just, be an idiot for a while. And then that was fun too, and I experienced that. And now I'm back to sort of a good balance of the two. I like to have a good time, and I like to laugh, and I like to be silly and goofy and not think. But I also like to think and be responsible and smart and, aware and present. And I think that, again, in this day and age with everything that's going on, and being an American and a human being, I just think that it's hard to put the blinders on